Hey gang, this is PowerBreaks back with another LEGO Megazord review, and today we're going to be taking a look at a new line that I've started called the Hyper Heroes line. And I'm going to be branching off from the Power Rangers thing and the Megazord thing because, you know, I'm just giving Bandai and whoever that runs Power Rangers a bunch of credit. And since it's ending, I think I'm going to end that soft era of Megazords, and we will be opening into a new line called the Hyper Heroes or Hyper Fighters, whatever you want to call them. Mainly the Hyper Fighters, but anyway. So these are the first set of Hyper Heroes and the wave. We have Blue Kirin, Yellow Dragon, and Red Phoenix. Now, with each one of them, they all have a specific tube being their colors. You have Lightning Kirin, Flame Phoenix, and Spirit Dragon. Those are the three, and this is what we're going to be getting into. And for the next review, we're going to be having the Shogun Hero being reviewed, and right now we're looking at the Spirit Heroes because they're going to form together these mechs and they're going to transform into Spirit Ronin, the full combined version of all of them. So we're going to step into each one individually and we're going to just get through the line. So remember guys, I'm branching off from Power Rangers, no more of that, no more Megazords, none of that, no Super Sentai, just straight Hyper Heroes. And it's going to give you the feeling of a Power Ranger Zord, so it wouldn't even be a difference here. Like, they're basically freaking Megazords, if I be honest with you. I'm not trying to make money off of this. It's just, I need a different branding for my creativity. So, anyway, that's all I wanted to tell you guys. A quick little heads up. Let's get into it. Okay, so here's the first thing we're going to be taking a look at, and this is the pilot of the Kirin. This is the Kirin pilot bot, or whatever you want to call it. Well, I guess I can't really let you guys name it, but hey, be your own judge. This is the Kirin pilot bot, and they are all robotic, human-like pilots. So articulation is the same. If you've seen my Ranger figures, and it's the same base kind of formation of these figures. It's the same thing with the legs and the arms. Really nice design, though. I really like how I made these figures come out. They came out really interesting. I don't know if that made sense, how I made these figures come out, but how I made these figures, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, this is the figure, and it looks pretty darn nice. By the way, you're probably wondering about these. These are just additional pieces made for the mech when we form Spirit Ronin, so they'll sit to the side. But right now, we're just taking a look at this little guy. He's really cool. I love the blue, and he's a leader. So we're going to set him to the side because he's no longer needed. We're going to be taking a look at his mech, and this is the Giant Kirin. Now, this is beautiful. I have never made a Kirin before, so when I did make it, I had to go all out with the mech department and the horse department. I really just tried my hardest here to get the good depiction of a Kirin. I looked at videos, pictures on Google and stuff, even Lego versions of other Kirins, but there's not one that looks like this because this, I just couldn't replicate anything. I had to do my own thing, and this went through stages of design and transformation, all kinds of crap. But after the entire waiting process, it came out great. So articulation, there's a lot. You have these on a ball joint, so they can move sort of all the way around. You can get a lot of articulation out of this thing. You know, the legs move all the way forward and back, which is really nice. His head can move up and down, and his horn is also posable, but those are for transformation purposes. But the Kirin can get into a like striking position, like it's about to strike someone with lightning, and I think that's pretty dope. So all in all, a really good toy, really nice to have. It has silver, gray, blue, black, yellow, white, gold trims all over it. Really, really nice. I can't stop fidgeting with it because it's so cool. I really didn't want to review this because I didn't want it to go to waste. Now, it has an interesting tail because back here, he has like this flame sticking out, and it's just this gold plate. I don't know, it just looks cool. Weird design for a tail, right? But those who have a good eye could tell what's going on here. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the Keyring. You know, he's really nice, and I just really adore this figure. So Other than that, let's get into it. So, next up, we have the yellow dragon, and he is on his stand in the air with his figure. So first, we're going to take... Oh, whoa. That wasn't supposed to happen. So first, come on out of there. We're going to take a look at the yellow figure. Okay, so this is the dragon figure right here, and he looks really, really cool. I love his color scheme. Comparing him to blue, they do look a lot different, but the same. Really dope concept here. The same articulation as all of my other figures, rangers, whatever you want to call them, except for his legs can kind of move in different directions there. He really looks good. Really cool toy. Very nice. You know, if I were anybody and you're building Zords, I would build ranger figures because they actually make a lot more fun and they just add a little more playability to the mech that you're making. So pilots are always good. And I forgot to note that in this line of hyperheroes, the hyperheroes are the robots, not these people. These are not the hyperheroes. They are. And they pilot themselves. Yeah, most of them have personalities. They talk, they pilot themselves. It's like a transformer, but an animal or a car, whatever you want it to be, and it turns to a freaking robot. Okay? Only when they combine into hyper mode, that's when they become the hyperhero. But right now, they're just called hyperbots. And these are the hyper pilots. So yeah, we can call them hyper pilots. There are going to be a few, but not many, being made for the mechs. Only specific ones, because a lot of these guys are kind of wild. So yeah, that's it for this. And let's just get into the robot. So he's been over here collecting dust just for a second. Whoops, that's his little stand. We're just going to put that to the side. Doesn't have any use. So here is our robot. The dragon, it came out pretty interesting. I have made dragons before, and I just got finished with the dragon line, so I still had that feeling of dragon in me. So I just had to let all the fire out and make this guy, and I think he came out really good. He's a spirit type. You know, you don't really see golden chi anywhere, so yeah. I think I'd throw it on that guy. So he's pretty cool. I do like his design, his head and his horn. Design. His mouth does move. It opens up, and he has these little adjustable claws here. I mean, feet and dragon hand claw thingies. His tail is articulated, and his head can move, but you just have to go like that and then articulate it. It's on a ratchet, so he can articulate it all the way around 360. You know how these things work. Just another look at his face. Really focus on there. Really cool figure. So I do like the color scheme of these guys with the yellow and the reds and oranges and different colors going on here, which really makes the set complete. And I do like that sparkly piece of metallic plastic up there. So yeah, that's an A+ for this guy. Let's get on to this. The last, but not definitely the least, is the Phoenix. Now, let's hop into this figure first, and then we're going to get into the bird. So, here is the figure, which is a female figure. Now, the way I kind of demonstrate it is, look at their chest. It's flat, and hers kind of protrudes. So you can kind of tell it's a girl. Kind of. It's a brick robot girl, so it doesn't really matter. Her arms both move up at the same time, and there's hints of pinks going all around here, so it really gives off a different kind of vibe here. And it's really cool because it has orange, gold, white, yellow. It incorporates a lot of colors into the Phoenix design, which I really think is cool. And it was inspired by Kimberly's Phoenix sword and a Harry Potter Phoenix for some reason. I don't know why I was thinking of it, but I did. Anyway, this is pretty much the it for this figure. It looks really, really nice. I do like it. It's the same as the rest. We can grab all of them and hold them together. There's a fourth pilot, and I'll just give you a little tiny peek at him, because this is for the next video, really. Here he is. This is the Shogun Warrior. He'll be for the next video. So check him out. It's going to be super dope. He has a Lion Zord, a Fox Zord, and a Panda Zord. And the Lion Zord turns into its own Shogun Warrior mode. Then it turns into a freaking Zord. And I keep calling them Zords, but they're hyperheroes. I gotta get the hang of this. Who cares? Zord or whatever. You guys know what it is. It's cool. I'll let you know if it's a hyperhero toy. But in reality, I don't think that... to be honest... and even in the middle of this video, I shouldn't even be saying this, but this specific set will be able to get it passed for a Zord or a Hyper Hero just because they have Ranger figures. They get the pass, okay? So it can be a Hyper Hero mech or whatever you want to call it. Megazord, Ronin Storm Megazord. Ronin Storm is his real name of the talking robot. But these are the pilots. Now, I'm giving too much story time in for no apparent reason. The camera didn't focus. I don't know why. But that's pretty much it for these guys. Whoops about that. Sorry about the shakiness, guys. I accidentally knocked over my camera almost. So, these are the guys there. The Hyper Heroes line, before I finish, is a line that will be dedicated a mech, but they will all be an interesting way in colorway. So you would know that they're Hyper Heroes, because Zords have multiple colors, Hyper Heroes don't. You're going to see what I mean. But let's get into the bird so it looks extremely, extremely cool. Just the way the fire is everywhere. By the way, the eyeball is right there, with the black in the middle. So you can know it's an eyeball. So, dude, this thing is freaking off the chain. Just the flames and the way the wings protrude, man, it's just crazy. This is just crazy. Now, I didn't actually even expect this toy to even look like this. This was not going to be the design. I kid you not. This was not going to be the design. This mech was supposed to be a 5 combiner, but I scratched the tortoise and the tiger for just 3. Because, trust me, you don't need 5 for this thing. So, really, really, really nice. You do get wing articulation, so, you know, you can expect some flap action. You can flip these up. I think it looks better like that, honestly. But even when they're laid out straight, it's just really nice. And I just can't get over this thing. You get the head articulation, you know, it's on a ratchet, so you can have a little fun here with this bird. The tail is adjustable on 2 points of articulation. The flame is articulated, and that these flames can move, but it's mainly for transformation purposes, and it just popped off so easy. That's the only thing. I made it like that on purpose. I can put up with it. That's why I would not recommend this for other people, because they may get very irritated with these popping off. It's just a thing for me. I don't really mind it because it's for me, man, but it's for you guys to watch. So we will take a look at it. From the bottom, you have this nice big chest plate. Just a lot going on here. And oh, I almost forgot to show you. I haven't used these pieces in a long time, so I'm going to bring all these guys into frame. And since I finished that, we might as well get into combination after this. So, I had put crest symbols on each one of the Zords, or the mech, whatever you want to call it. But right here is the symbol for, I guess, wisdom or spirit, chi, you get it, light. Then we have up here the fire symbol, the symbol of strength. And then right here, it looks like a dragon, but this is a Keyring. It will pass as a Keyring. This right here is the Keyring. Don't want to hear nothing from you Nexo Knight fans. So we're going to keep it at that. This is a Keyring on that plate. So, whoa, that was pretty bad focus. Let's get focused in camera, and let's actually just start off with the transformation with these guys. The brightness, I'm kind of adjusting everything, getting used to my new area. So if the grays come in and out and the whites, let me know in the comments below. I'm just working on trying to get a new review station. So this is it right here. We're going to build this thing from the ground up. So we're actually going to set him to the side just for a second, because he's kind of in the way. You're going to see his butt. And then we're going to set this guy to the side. So we're going to be looking at her. So this set can be a parts former on border. It's borderline a parts former, but not exactly. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take off this chest piece here. And the next thing we are going to do is tear off the wings. Now, that obviously came off. I told you it comes off super easy. So expect that. Once that does come off super easy, you can fold these up like that. Super simple stuff. I like to hold it and then twist it, because then it gets a better lockage. But You can turn these pegs to the side, and you don't know now, but you kind of get it now, though. These wings are legs. They stand up like that. They're these really cool legs. So these are the legs, guys. We're going to set those to the side, and we're going to come back to the bird's body. Now, we have this long bird body. You're just going to rotate it like that, fold that in, fold this backward, and you're going to flip out this connector bit and just like that. This is an arm, a nice arm. So we're going to be setting that to the side. Okay. Now we're going to come to the dragon, and it is very similar in transformation in a sense, but not all the way. So, excuse me, the first thing we're going to do, if I can get it off in one try, yeah, it does come off, is the top head of the horn section, this plate. You set that to the side, and what we're going to do is open these up, and we're going to rotate his head sideways, revealing this right here, which is the same as the bird, so that we can plug in his swords. So we're going to set that to the side, and we're going to flip these in and fold that back. Now the plate comes in and just plugs in this way, and that is another arm. I really do love this new review station, guys. You guys don't know, because I struggled with the past few videos in that space. It was so tight, I'm telling you, and hot. It's crazy. So next up is the Keyring. So first we're going to unplug the tail, which is a head right here. You can see it. It looks pretty darn cool with this flame on his head. We're going to set it to the side. Okay, and we're first going to unplug the head. Now once you unplug the head, it's going to be leaning on forward, so it's going to try to collapse, but that's not how it works. So first we're going to fold up these legs, kind of sandwich them in there to get this torso ready. So next we're going to bring it all the way down and line this up correctly, so these pegs can just easily peg into the back of there. Then we can fold that back, and the horns will collapse. Once you do that, you can fold this up. It's just like a thunderbolt sticking off his back. And we fold up these arms. The front legs. You flip out the connector ports. And this is the upper body of the mech. Now we can start putting this guy together. And it's quite simple. We're going to start off with the legs, and we're just going to plug them in like so. Then we're going to come to the other leg and do the same thing. We're going to plug it in like so. And now he is standing up. Okay. So, a lot more space, so I can just move him back. And I don't have to take different takes and just keep doing. You guys don't know. Okay, so anyway. Take this. Plug it in there. You take this arm. Plug it in here. So next we're going to just get this little small head of his, and whoops, the flame popped off. Comes off really easy. That's the thing I was talking about, guys. This stuff just comes off super fast. So we're just going to plug the head in there, and there is Ronin Storm, all completed. This is the mech Ronin Storm, and it is beautiful. He holds up very well. He's incredibly sturdy. You can see from his foot design on how sturdy he is. And his legs are just super thin and refined. I really do like the design. Now, we come to his special katanas. These are made from Kirin hairs, so the blade is extra sharp. So we can just plug those right in his hands, and he can hold on to the Kirin katanas. And I think they came out pretty darn cool. So yeah, let's get into this articulation. So it's the same as, any of my other Zords. And it's that same 360 like rotation. You can't get a full 360 all the way. Not really, because for this, you have this right here blocking it. The Phoenix tail. But it's alright. It gets a pass, man. It really does get a pass for me. I don't really mind it. The look just throws all that off for me. The articulation, it just goes up. It's not 360. It's 180. It can just stick forward. And then his legs, they can kind of kick, go in like a kick motion, but You know, he can't really kick either. He's more for a sit on shelf, look really good type mech. And that's exactly what he is. He's not made to be some sort of super doohickey thing. I'm just going to put him on the turntable, guys, so we can rotate it and take a look at the entirety of this sword. So this is it, guys. This is Ronin Storm. And I think it is nice. He came out good. You guys let me know in the comments below. And this is Power Bricks signing off. Peace.